Teaching I learned from being a Duke fan, starting with you can take a group of kids in one season a lot further than you thought they could go, a lot further than they thought they could go, and maybe further than the rest of the world ever thought that group of kids could go. But you got to plan. You got to plan. You got to backwards design your plan. Think about, okay, the ball needs to be in the hoop. What does it look like to get it there? And I'm a big fan of backwards design. So, plan. After you plan, you got to practice. Because without practice, all a plan is a wish. So you got to practice. And you got to teach your kids that they are practicing for a big game. This big game in life, every practice matters. Has anybody read Carol Dweck's work? There is awesome research that smart and talented is all very well and good, but persistence matters more. You've got to help your kids become persistent, to look at failure as a challenge and as an opportunity. And did I mention you got a plan? In education, we call this differentiation. Option 1, option 2, option 3. And if you make your plans and you examine them and you pick the right plan for the right situation, you just might be the perfect person in the perfect spot when there's no time left. You need 3 points. So, and that didn't it? There might be. So these are some Duke record holders over the years, and some of them have had their records broken, but what they all have in common is that wherever they were, they set the bar just a little bit higher for themselves. And when you set the bar just a little bit higher for yourself, and you keep on shooting for it, eventually you're going to become really good at what you do. And in fact, you might be the best person in the world at what you do. Or you might be the best person in your room at what you do. But you can't do that unless you reflect on your practice, you set the bar just a little bit higher, and you keep on trying. What if you're not the best? What if you're hanging out there on the bench, doing your part? You're still important. And I think we have to teach our kids that, because they get a lot of, you need to be the best. Sometimes, you've got challenges. So acknowledge your weaknesses. Recognize them, but don't accept them. Keep trying new things. God bless them, we still are trying. When it really matters, hit the floor. Have a signature move. When the Duke players do this, everybody pays attention. Other people might copy your move, but this signals to the world that we are intense, and we are about our business in a serious kind of way. But don't get so intense you can't kind of goof around, have a good time. Laugh with your kids in the room. If you don't laugh with them, then time to lighten it up a little bit if nobody's laughed yet today. Yeah. Big pause. I think I wrote breathe in my notes there. All right, so show some class. And this is really important because when you show your kids that it matters how they treat each other and how they respect themselves, then they know they're important. There are plenty of people who are going to tell them that the world is an ugly, brutal place and that it's good to trash what you care about. And if you're really good, people might not like you all the time. So people might celebrate it when you lose. But, whatever. All right. So big kids should read to little kids. No matter what age, literacy matters a ton. And maybe more than anything else, I'm not sure. But nobody's too old to have a reading buddy. And then also, kids are great at helping out people who are in unfortunate circumstances, and they can handle more than they can handle more than you think they can. And sometimes their true colors really come out when they have a chance to do something different. Sometimes they want to help, but they're misguided. So, you got to help them out a little bit, teach them what's appropriate. Fundraising isn't the answer to every problem. Sometimes you need to be a little more involved. And then bring the people who have the power closest to you. So a lot of schools have copied this since Duke brought the students down, or Duke's always had the students around. And it's not a bad idea to copy when somebody else has a really good idea. And the thing that makes the crazies sort of the standard for student behavior in basketball is not how much they care, because everybody loves their team. It's that they're creative and they do strange things and they do smart things and they have fun with it. So my challenge is to find your passion, bring it to your classroom, and be a crazy in the classroom. Let the kids see what you really care about. There you go.